Hi, my name is Ike, or Isaac Wellhausen. Welcome to my new camera and some of my new sound equipment. I'm just giving some stuff a go just to try it out and see how it works. I'm currently moving a bunch of information from my USB and my hard drive to a much bigger hard drive, which has 4 terabytes, so that way I don't have to buy any new equipment when I already have good equipment. Buy equipment early, so that way when you need it later, you don't have to pay out or shell it out. So I'm clearing my flash drive so I can start making a whole bunch of new videos with this 4K camera. So I did have to buy a new memory card for it, but it'll be a lot of fun. I'm going to take you through some of the stuff I'm doing for Vanlife, how I've been auditioning, and just what's been going on with my weeks since last we talked, because I haven't posted anything for about 2 weeks now. And not because I don't want to or because I've been lazy, but because I've been working on other stuff, and I'd love to show that to you now. So take a look right now. Hi, I'm back. I just did some morning pages, or if you want to call it journaling, whatever makes sense for you. I did some of that. And I feel a lot better, and I feel a little bit more clear-headed. Often I find with journaling specifically, it takes a certain degree of taking time to understand yourself, how you want to approach things, and also just a lot of word vomit, if you will. Pardon the word. I know it triggers me as well. But I've finally hammered out some of the things I want to talk about. This will be number 13 because I filmed 11 and 12, but I had some issues with them audio and video wise, so that won't be an issue moving forward because I've wised up since then. That phrase is in my head because I just watched a clip of Rocky Horror and just listened to that song last night as well. Anyhow, as I try to speak on voice and a little more clearly, I'm engaging my diaphragm and my abs because otherwise I will destroy my voice. What did I do this past week? On Monday night, I feel like I was able to attend one of the coolest experiences of my entire life. I went to 365 Days of Being a Girl. It was a live streamed event, which would be the first I've ever been to. It was filmed in NBC Studios in the Rainbow Room, which is the same place where SNL films, not the Rainbow Room specifically, but the NBC Studios. I got to meet a plethora of Broadway talent like Elle Morgan, as well as several people, like I met someone in Cursed Child. I met someone that is in & Juliet. They are all fantastic. So many trans non-binary actors. It felt really cool to witness this community in such a successful manner, showing themselves as themselves, doing the best version of themselves, which I appreciated. And my friend Zachary Myers had been performing. She was great, as well as another Ball State alum, Ren. They were also in the cast, which was cool because it was really only a 5-person cast, and I knew 2 of them, and I was the +1, so it was a very swanky event that I'm not sure I was supposed to be at, but I appreciated being there, and I truly feel that I learned so much about myself and just about this industry and how to better be both an ally and someone that is involved in it in my own capacity. I did get to meet John Van Ness as well. I wanted to share that. And Renee Rapp. If you're not familiar with them or their work, please do go ahead and look them up. They are fantastic and just as nice in person. As a strange and interesting little segue, I'd like to talk about redefining myself as an artist. I've touched on it a little bit in this podcast, but not in an exceptional way. Being here, you are truly forced to confront yourself as an actor. Being here in New York, I mean, because I know a lot about my craft and I'm pretty good at performing in terms of that's what I have the most experience in. I don't have much experience in auditioning anymore. It's been several years since I've had to. So how do I show myself, me, who I am as I am to you now, in an audition room? I currently struggle with that personally, I think so. I don't think that I'm always very good at showing myself speaking to partner or with partner. What you may do in an audition room could vary. You may be doing a monologue because you're auditioning for a play. You may be doing a callback, which is reading sides from a paper, or having it memorized as best you can. You may be singing a song that you may not want to sing that day, but you know it's the best song to sing for that day. All of these things affect your performance in the room or otherwise, or how you get the job. I'm aiming for 1 callback out of every 10 auditions. And if I were to take that as a medium for now, I've gotten 2 callbacks out of the last 11, so I think that's pretty good. And I'm just going to keep shooting for more and more. But I'd like to make that a goal of mine, to better my audition process and show myself better in a room, more immediate. So to speak to that, I'm really trying to take ownership of both my body and my mental mindset. Um, what I've learned and really been like focusing on right now, instead of like strength building like I was trying to do in the gym or just toning or whatever it was, is rebuilding some muscles that are really just injuries that I have let fester for far too long. I have some issues with my shoulder. I have some issues with my neck. I have some issues with my left knee and my right ankle. So if you were to go all the way down me and just decide, it's pretty much left, right, all along. Years of skateboarding, and I think even some gymnastic moments where I was a little ahead of my ability and hurt myself, I'm now doing my best to recover from. I find that it is hard to assess what you really need in a given moment, and so now I'm trying to be better about what my needs actually are. So I'm focusing on my knees, I'm focusing on my ankles, I'm focusing on creating this strength within that I don't feel that I have had. So I'm investing a little bit more in yoga or stretching just in general to really build up those muscles, and then I can actually be better at the craft, which is the dancing portion, the technique portion of dance that I don't have. I don't necessarily want to be a dancer on Broadway, but I would like to continue to find ways to make money for myself. And if that involves dancing, then I will happily do that. I love being in my tap classes. I love being in my dance classes, and I can see exactly where my strengths and my weaknesses are. So I'm learning what I can in class, what I can do in class. And then I'm trying to at least mentally shift myself so I can physically produce better work in the room. I don't know what I need to be better about recognizing and being better with choreography and memorization of it, because in the room that's not a strong suit of mine. I'm not very good at recalling exactly what I've been taught. It's fine when it comes to music, but I have to do a lot of things by rote, and I have to do a lot of things several times before it really sticks in my brain. So I'm trying to focus on how to make those techniques better. Also, when it comes to my voice, I've been cutting a lot of things out and putting things, reintroducing them back into my vocabulary, if you will, and finding out what has been happening with my voice, because my voice took a massive toll earlier this year, back in January. I haven't been very good at taking care of it and getting it back to where I need it to be. And it was manifesting itself in the room where I was not able to sing stuff that I've been able to sing for years, and I don't like that. So I've been doing my best to be better about it, and I will be better about it. But it constitutes a shift from my mental health, which had been such a big focus of my journey, to now switching to my physical health, which includes my full body, all the arthritis that I'm combating, as well as the physical instrument, which is my voice. It is how I get paid, and I need to be better about focusing on it. And I think that every artist has to take a moment to recognize that and reconcile with, you're not as young as you used to be, you're not as capable as you may have been at a time when you were practicing every single day. I perform a lot, but I don't always get to sharpen those tools because I'm so focused on learning the material that I'm not taking the time that I need to work through the voice. As it is. You have to take it for the moment. So I believe I'm also working on a version of being present in the moment, and also just taking ownership of what I'm doing and the humility therein. This city will humble you very quickly. It has me. I have a good resume, but that doesn't mean in the room. Pardon my language. It doesn't. So I'm trying to be better about that. I have an acting class I take on Wednesdays. I love the studio. It's a referral only. And I have been doing what I think is incredible work for myself. It's funny, my biggest note, and I think most people's biggest note, is just breathing. It's hard to remember to breathe and take in the other actor, because I am very good, apparently, at giving something to the actor that I'm working with, but I'm not very good at receiving, which is also just something in my physical life. It's really hard for me to listen to other people. Not because I'm not interested, but my mind just escapes me sometimes, and I find that maybe I'm not the best at communicating. And I'm trying to be better, and I will continue to be better. And it's funny because the work that I do in class is actually just mirroring stuff that I'm missing in my regular life. So I will be doing that. I'm also taking a film class that I do on Fridays, and it's a varied group of people from different levels. I'd like to say, I mean, I am the oldest, perhaps one of the more experienced, for good or for worse, depending on how you look at it. And we bring in different scenes to class, and now I've decided that I will be filming them with some of the actors that I get to work with, because these actors are spectacular, and I need to film real stuff as much as anyone else, which is why I invested in this camera, which is why we're playing with it and having a good time. This is why I invested in these different microphones for more podcasting things as well. I just think creating content will only make me sharpen my tool for that as well, as much as anything else. So I know it seems like I'm focusing on a lot of things, and I am. I want to improve my film. I want to improve my theater. I want to improve everything. I did not come to New York to sit around and party. I came here with a specific purpose and intention to be the best I can be in this field. That's made me lose out on relationships. I know that. But I'm also manifesting and creating so many more. And I apologize to continue to use manifest as a word, but I think it's a big word for me, and I'm not trying to do buzzwords either. It's just something that I find vitally important to me at the moment. Speaking of filming these scenes, I'm trying to create a business out of it as well, just something that can get me by. And I want to make film reels for people, which is why I'm doing the information swap from my hard drive and from my USB to my main I guess it's solid state drive is what I have. So I'm moving everything to that so I can be better about offering services for people. I have a good friend, Andres, who has worked on a Azamara ship as well as me, and he's a wonderful performer. And he also makes me feel like I need to be better about owning up to what I say and what I do. I've been getting a lot of comments about that throughout the years, about what you say and what you do are not the same. So I'm trying to be on top of that as well. This is a very earnest podcast for you today. I hope you're okay with that. If not, it's okay. I'm just self-reflecting, and I feel like it's important to be clear about that with the people that are listening or want to listen to what I am saying and what I'm doing. I got new equipment, so I got this 4K camera. It is mirrorless just like my other Sony, and I can reuse the lens. So I'm very excited about that, and it got me excited just in general to be filming more and doing these things while I'm not doing a crap job that I don't care about. And I also got a boom mic and just some new memory cards and different things like that, so I can do this a little bit better than I have in the past. Some people are going to ask me what is next on the docket. So in addition to filming these scenes and these reels and creating this business, I know that sounds like a lot. It is a lot, and I need to focus on it as a lot. But I'm just going to continue to audition. I'm going to work on my own reels. Maybe they need to be a little bit better, and how I can enhance them as they are, now that I'm learning these new film editing skills. And I'm doing some other projects too, like I want to sing duets with people, or maybe I can even get 4 people together to work on a song. I just want to be better about working with the equipment I have and how I can use it in a manner that is befitting of my nature as to what I'm doing, and creating content is something that I want to be doing. I'm going to do it as best I can. Yeah, we'll see. It's fun just to see how it all works out. My computer's going to die, so I'm going to let it go, but please like, subscribe, enjoy, ask me questions, things you want to know about. Maybe I'll just do a full podcast answering questions as I have before. But let me know how you like this new audio, how you like this new video, and I'll check in with you again soon. Thank you so much for being here. It means so much to me. I'll see you later.